Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo. We are in the building. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one. S.I Shawn is here. We in the building. Sorry for the late start. It's just been one of them kind of days today. And when I say one of them kind of days, that's what I mean. But we in the building, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Let us know if y'all can hear us or not.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yo, we in a place to be.
Early.
Yo, it's always a mission and a half, too, though, son. It's always a mission. Like, it ain't never simple.
It ain't never simple, son.
If simplicity is what we was aiming for, nah.
It did not happen. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in,
go.
paying attention, man. We appreciate y'all early. Let me know if y'all can hear us or not, man. Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us? Let us know.
Let us know down there in the comments.
In the meantime, you see we in the building, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Loud and clear. That's what we talking about.
Let's go.
It has definitely been one of those days, to say the least. It's actually been one of them kind of weeks.
Yeah.
But we are here, man. Shout out to everybody. Y'all can hear. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Yo, shout out to Yoli. I see you, Yoli.
Let's
Listen,
go, Yoli.
Appreciate you. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, kid.
Yeah.
First off, right?
Yeah.
It's been ridiculous out here in these streets. It's getting out of control out here, man.
No, it is.
Like you said, dudes is committing a lot of vehicular treason out here. They out here doing a lot of things that we don't normally do as automotive guys, man.
But you know what I'm realizing, though? I think that's for some odd reason. I don't know why so much vehicular treason in the auto industries, huh?
I have no idea.
In the culture, period, it's just so much vehicular treason.
I have no idea. Sometimes I'll be like this, like, what are we doing? Like, is that what we doing? We kick down the other cars, you know? Nah, we can't do that.
Nah, son.
We can't do that.
I feel like if you're truly about it, you're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's hard to, like, I get it. If you're making a little joke, all right, cool, that's not a problem. But if you dead serious though, I don't know.
Cats be dead serious. Man.
Like, it's crazy to me.
They be dead serious.
I think so.
They be dead serious. So that's why sometimes I gotta say to myself, like, they just not on the same level.
Nah.
They're not on the same level. Because when you're on the same level, you go like this. Listen, I respect everything. And that's kind of like what we airing out today.
Basically, yeah, absolutely.
Because we got a lot of people that say they respect. Oh, I respect. But at the end of the day, they be dogging it. Listen, the only thing I'm dogging is electric. You know I'm not rocking with that. I'm sorry. It ain't happening.
Yeah, we drew the line in the sand with that. So
I
forget
don't care
about that one.
And I still get all kinds. Shout to everybody who be in the inbox preaching to me about electric vehicles. Shame on you.
It's a shout out to those in the inbox.
They be preaching. They be like this. Doo-doo. They be having the TD Jake's faces. I just want to know what your problem is with electric.
You know what I'm realizing? People be really try to make a compelling case for these EVs, though. I just be looking at them like, yo, what are you talking about?
Telling you, son. And they be really fighting with you.
They be serious. I don't know.
They be really fighting. I'm like, yo, he's serious. He's like, yo, well, what's your problem with electric vehicles? And I'll be like, that right there. The fact that you feel.
Where do I start?
Right. Where do I start? The fact that they blow up. Let's see. The fact that you got to charge it for 20 hours and make it work. Well, let's see. Come on, man.
B. Come on, son.
You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man. We appreciate y'all loud and clear.
100%.
Early.
100%.
Everybody that's tuned in with us, rocking with us, wherever you at, just drop a like, drop a comment so we know where you at and we can shout you out. But in the meantime, you know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby.
We in the building, man. We are in
Yo,
the
you know,
building.
the other day
Uh-huh.
I had seen like a 1993 NSX red one.
Really?
Nice. Yeah, on the LIE. Nice clean joint, son.
How could you beat that, right?
Son.
Like,
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you see some of these cars, you really look at them like, yo, there was a time. You had the time right there. Like yo, and they look so nostalgic, son.
Yes.
They look crazy, son.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like definitely when you come across an NSX of the 90s B, it's like, damn, son.
But you know what though? In all honesty, it's just sometimes you just gotta like just understand some cats just don't have that same view that you do.
Yeah.
And that's what I come down to too. We all car guys, but there's different levels to this.
I think so.
Shout to Dangerous Damien too.
Let's go.
He hit me up. Yo, shout to Draco. What's popping, Draco? You already know what it is. Ah, my guy Aaron. What's good? SP the Don. He's in the building. Yes, we are here. The red NSX with the white rims. He's out here. I think this is the guy that owns that Honda service spot. Yes. There's a guy with a red NSX, 91 Acura NSX.
But you're not talking about the Valley Stream joint?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't there by myself. Wasn't in it with you. Yeah, it's an NSX in there.
That's the owner of the.
Yeah, that is his NSX.
He owns the Honda service spot.
He actually was selling that car though too.
He said he won 90 bands.
Yeah.
It's that clean, but I can't. 90, 91. I'm paying for the same year. Look, S.I put his head down.
You know, again, man, not for nothing. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I think 90 is definitely a reach.
It's a reach, bro.
It is. It is, but
shout to Draco. He said, I'm out here trying to reset a TPS in the winter.
Oh, let's go. Have fun.
I see you, son. Don't worry. We all know the feeling, son. I got some work I got to do too.
But yo, I can't stand working in the wintertime, son.
No, if it's one thing I cannot
like
stand.
Today, it's freezing, son.
Forget it. Hands hurt already, and I'm not even doing nothing. Son. And don't call yourself going out there with the regular ratchet.
Oh, nah, son.
You gotta have the power tools.
Yo, this is power tool
my man. He said you can keep your Honda.
Damn.
Chill. Whoa. See?
This is what I'm
treason, son. This is treason.
Mind you, that the same person who do have the NSX, he also has the twin turbo Z.
Does he?
Yeah, red one. Yeah, he also got a red one there.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Some people just have all the luck,
son.
But I will say that NSX is lean.
Yo, I woke up on it. I was like, this thing is really in immaculate shape, son.
Right. Like, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna say it's not. It is. It's clean, bro.
So I don't know if 90s is a reach. Like, I don't know. I get it's not making. I mean, it was a supercar of his day.
That's a fact. But
exotic. I don't know, son. I don't know.
But at the end of the day, if you tell me you want that kind of paper, I'm like, yo. That's a lot.
You ain't lying.
That's a lot, bro.
It's a couple V's you could get for the 92 though, but carry on though. Carry on.
I mean, but if you get it right, are you happy with it? Shout to everybody. Shout to Jessica Grandy. What's poppin'? Said, what's up, Pop? The bearded one of S.I Shawn. What it is?
What's going on?
Shout to SP. Said, I thank God for my 2-guard garage. I'm putting in work. See.
Let's go, SP.
You my man, God. So I'm not mad at all, but I will say, however, I'm actually jealous. 2-car garage,
fire, son.
Put one over here for some work, this one over here for storage, and I still got room to get up under there. Come on,
that's fire right there, son. That works out.
Shout out to Drake. He said, I'm trying to step into the power tool realm, but for now, I'm still on the Utica Ave Caribbean shop hand tool.
I ain't mad though, son. I ain't mad.
I don't know, kid.
I ain't mad, B. That's a fact.
That's a rush and a half. I mean, I hear you.
Just make sure you hit every bolt with the WD-40 PB blaster in a week in advance. You should be good.
Should be good.
It's a fact.
And you should be
have
good.
The blowtorch on deck too.
Son, stupid. He said had a blowtorch.
Yeah, you have to. So I'm telling you, you come across one of those boats that refuse to break loose, son. Come on, son.
That refuses.
Telling you, spent their life work staying on that goddamn stuff.
I've had those.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've had those, and I've never been happy with them. I'll be like, yo, here we go.
Telling you, snap one right
off.
Oh
my God. You be like this, pow.
Job done.
Now the job done turned from 30 minutes to 30 hours. Because now I gotta back out a bolt out of the block. Like,
yo, I hate doing that.
Oh my goodness.
I legit take no pleasure in retapping a bolt, threads, none of that, son.
Shout to Draco. He said I just started using gloves 3 years ago.
Oh nah, Draco, you out of control, kid. Yo.
He said, yo, I just started using gloves 3 years ago. I was, oh my goodness, Draco. I ain't mad though.
Nah, I ain't either.
I ain't mad. That's how we get down here, man. That's what it is. Rally radio, man. Rally radio. It is what it is. But he said, blowtorch on deck.
Let's go.
It's no longer a kid's show. That's it. We wilding now.
That's it.
Pause.
That's it.
We wilding.
Yo, I do got a question out there. I need the people to answer when they get a chance. Do you guys prefer spoilers or no spoilers?
You know, you asked that question before, and I thought about it.
Yeah, because I was debating with one of my mans, like, yo, son, hold on, like, he's strange with it. So that's why I need to hear the people's answers in the comments. Like, do you prefer the spoilers or non-spoilers?
So here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm not talking about a stuck-on rice mobile. I'm not referring to that. That's not what I'm referring to.
I was about to say, if I see a Toyota Camry out here
that's what
with a wing on it, I'm upset with you.
I'm talking about it came from the factory with it. That's basically where I'm going with it.
So if it came from the factory, no, I don't have a problem. If it came from the factory, no, I don't have a problem with it. For whatever reason, they felt the need to put it on. Very rarely do you see a dealership just put something on just sheerly for looks.
Like a manufacturer, rather,
like a manufacturer. You rarely see them do that sheerly for looks. You know what I'm saying? Like there has, like, take my Type R for instance, right? At first, I was like, well, that's how you tell the difference. You know, the Type R, you know, it had the nice wing. But when I really watched the building of it and they showed it in the wind tunnel and they showed how it works, how it drives down, I'm like, we all know that wings work. You know what I mean? But if it's from the factory, I can't really. I'm trying to think one car that I thought looked ugly with a wing from the factory.
That's what I'm saying.
I just can't.
I can't give you one.
I can't give you one. I can't. So I don't know. I don't agree with that. But shout to everybody tuned in. Draco said, wait, spoiler as in wing or spoiler as in front skirt? As in wing.
As in wing. Spoiler. You know, they can refer to the spoiler as front lip or what have you, or the rear. I'm referring to the wing, though, the one that sits in the back on top of the trunk, rather.
I was because my thing is, like I said, I've rarely seen a car company actually just add stuff with no real value and then try. Well, let me not say that. Because wait a minute, they be out here trying to give you carbon fiber cup holders.
Yeah, that's true.
They definitely be trying to give you carbon fiber cup holders, kid. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
I can't say that's not the truth, but I mean, I've seen it.
I just want to know what the people think. Because even my man said he'll remove the ACR Viper's wing.
What?
That's what I'm saying. That's what he spun me with that one. Like, you will remove it?
Why? Why would he do such blasphemy, son?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I had to put that question out there to the people. Like, how do you guys feel about the stock factory spoilers or wings that come with the cars the gate?
He said I would remove.
So he would remove an ACL Viper's wing.
He said I would remove the wing.
I don't know, son.
I'm not doing that.
I don't know, kid. I don't know, B.
I'm not doing that.
He lost me when he said that one.
I'm not doing that. You're not gonna catch the bearded one out here like that. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. That's actually shocking to me.
No, I definitely nearly lost my wig when he said that one. I was like, oh, nah, you definitely left.
Shout to Drake. He said, oh, yeah, so spoiler. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm really, really trying to think the last time I seen a car with a stock spoiler that I was like, yo, it has to go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about purely from the factory, came that way off the assembly line. It's like, nah, I got to take it off. I can't tell you one. I'm really trying to dig deep on that one. I can't think of one, but I think, shout to Drake. He said that slow ass Toyota Celica with the fraudulent wing. Ooh. Which one? The Celica, wait, not the full track.
Yeah, it can't be that. I don't know, Draco. Hold up.
I don't know, Draco, man. I don't know about that one, sir.
But I just find it interesting.
Yeah, I do too.
I find it interesting. It's just something I don't know if I could do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting.
I don't know if I could do that. Like, I'm gonna just take it off. Why? Why? I don't know why I would do that. I don't see the point.
Yeah. Me neither, kid. Me neither, but you know, just let us know what you think down in the comments. Please call up, whichever you prefer to do. You know, I just want to hear what you guys got to say about that.
That's a fact. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said, "What's good? Euro versus JDM today. Hope motherfuckers have their flame suit on."
Yeah.
Yo, yes, I love it when they call with the Zoom for Zoom with the energy. That's what I'm talking about because although we do not delve into vehicular treason.
Nah, we definitely we're not into that.
We've started to notice a trend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you know, whenever we notice the trend, you know, the bearded one, that's our show. We're gonna call it out.
Nah, we have to.
And you know what that trend is?
What's that?
These Euro guys are talking a little crazy.
Damn.
Shout to Marlon. He said, who said the car had to be fast to have a wing? I don't know too many cars. Unless, like, see, this is what we mean. Factory? Did it come from the factory like that?
Yeah, that's all it is. Not that you slapped it on during your build process. I'm talking about it came from the gate with the arrow on it already.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I've
is
never
that a go or is that a no? I'm trying to figure that one out.
That's very interesting.
It is.
The one with the pointy nose. Oh, Toyota Celica GTS.
Oh, he talking about the fire one though. That came the TRD version he's referring to. The TRD version came with that.
I think the TRD. I think not even the TRD version came with that wing. The GT came with.
I'm talking. It came with like a little. The wing wasn't to the trunk. It was a little bit more off the trunk. Probably like 4 inches or something like that off the trunk. Is that
me personally, I didn't like that car. Yo, listen, I gotta say it for what it is.
That was the Type R Hunter at the time.
Stop. There's no.
Toyota built that car to hunt that car down,
and they lost.
I ain't say they won. Now.
05 Celica. Yes, he's what he's talking about.
Hold on, man.
Shout to Draco.
Hold on. Draco out here wilding.
Shout to Shy. He said, I'm here for all the slander. We going hard today, man. GT. I got to say this, man. Since when was Euro cars fast? Oh, my God. I said it. I said it.
He did. You went there.
I said it. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said the 3000 GT VR4 had a big, stupid looking spoiler, but it was purposeful, though.
I think that joint looked marvelous.
Yeah, I think so, too. I don't know. I can't agree with you right there, Zoom for Zoom, but
it was marvelous. See, hold on, wait. The Celica, let's go back to Draco quick fast. The Celica came with 2 different type of spoilers. You had the TRD one with the kind of tall one, and then you had the other spoiler that was kind of low on the trunk.
Garbage. Sorry, I just didn't like the cars.
It's all good.
I will say this, however, man. I will say this, and let me shout to Marlon. I said, when have Euro cars been fast? He said, never.
Damn. No, they was fast if you spun the money. If you spun the bread,
it was worth
fast. Huh? You had to get the top of the Mohegan to get a fast one, son.
But I will say, though, at the end, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Given got people tuned in on the station, shout for everybody who's tuned in right there. I will say this, however, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes down, except Porsche, exactly. The only one we respect is the Porsche.
See, but you can't. That's tough now. But you still had to spend with the Porsche, though. You still had to spend wild dough to get a fast one.
Okay, to get a fast one. But you still got one that handled like a dream.
See now,
even if you bought the box,
but hold on, but wait, though, a lot of those Euro cars handle though. Let's not talk about the Beamers. That was their whole premise.
Used to be. Now they just look like bricks. I'm talking crazy.
See, but hold on.
Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said, "What you mean by fast?"
That's a good.
That always explains it.
That's
so to you, fast meaning a quarter mile or fast?
See, that's why, like when we was talking about this earlier, that's what you kind of gotta explain. For me, I'm thinking fast. What happened?
SB said I turned my back. 5 seconds, I come back. You're talking blast.
See, hold on. See, I think
I'm sorry.
I think we gotta break this down real quick though. What are we referring to by fast? Quarter, or we talking circuit? Like, what are we talking about exactly?
So when we say fast, I want to say more.
Or we talking 0 to 60 time? Like, what are we talking?
I would say
like?
when it comes to speed, 0 to 60 time is definitely important. I feel the quarter, because I feel all cars are judged by that. Yeah, whether they want to be in the quarter or not. The skid pad, Jeep.
Okay.
Who's handling at the speed?
Okay. All right. So I guess we could just sum it up to, let's just put on the track.
Okay.
Can we do the circuit? Circuit car. Road course.
Circuit car, road course. Do you believe that Euro cars are faster than JDM cars?
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one.
It's you know what?
If we talking directly out the box, right? Straight from the factory.
Right.
You have to get, I want to say no. I want to say the Euro cars are not faster because you got to spend wild dough to get a fast one. And that's not the same for the JDM cars.
And not for nothing. They just now. The Euro cars are just now
Absolutely.
making some noise.
Damn.
I said it. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I said it. It is what it is.
He's saying it.
I said it. At the end of the day, they just now making some noise.
Damn.
Because you know what? I remember I had this argument with my homeboy a long time ago. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had this argument with my homeboy a long time ago. He was like, yo, man. He said, how could you call a Volkswagen fast? I was like, damn, what you mean by that? I said, nah, but they good. They got he said, no, the specs make it fast. He said, but when they come down to time slips and all, where are they? He said they got a 6-cylinder engine in the hatch that's the same size as a Civic, and yet they are nowhere near top times.
Top times on what though?
On the drag strip. He was talking about the drag strip.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why it get a bit more controversial right there too, because it's like you said, you are involved in a quarter mile, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Understand that 100%. That's very accurate.
Yes.
However, though, once you start talking about road course and skid pad and all this craziness, now the game changes.
So you believe that the Euro cars make better road cars than JDM cars? Japan has their own road course championship, JGT.
I mean that's true, but they also got the Nürburgring though. They got the Nürburgring.
They got the Nürburgring.
They got the Hockenheim ring and all that.
But to keep it a buck, who was one of the Japan cars was coming over there and dominating that track?
Nah, you got a point. The Ben was making a valid point here.
The GTR went over there. They made it. They made it a whole spec in Gran Turismo. Like you got a trophy. If you son.
So I want to say this. I think the JDM cars are definitely faster around the track too. Out the gate, I think they faster.
I think they faster, period. Except for Porsche.
We can't say all Porsches now, son. Cause remember, let's be real too. The Porsches, the Penetration you got, they just now became fast too in a straight line.
But they was always fast on the track.
Yeah, they were.
They was always fast on the track. Can't take that from them.
Right,
I will say this, right?
That's true.
Think about this. If we was to go pound for pound,
the
top of the JDM cars versus the top Euro cars, and we're not talking, now we just go get a Lamborghini. Nah, we ain't saying all of that.
See, but you know as well as I do. Once you start spending on them Euros, though, if you going to go get an AMG, you walking out with some power. So.
Okay,
you walk. And depending on this year we talking about, are we referring to the 90s? Because even still then, you spend that paper on them joints, you walking out of there 400-500.
Okay.
Out the gate.
Give me a Beamer that was better than the Supra.
I mean, the Supra what
I like putting them on the spot early.
I mean, it's a little different. Better than that's hard to say what was better than, but what was making power though. So let's compare that one. Let's compare the latest MK4 to like the M5 E39.
All right, M5.
That was a competitor. Right. That was a competitor because nothing on the Supra was competing with a lot of cars, bro.
Yeah, I even watched. You know what's funny? What even brought this to my attention? I watched a whole half-hour documentary. On the Supra last night. And they talked about how it was originally like the Celica and it was Celica Supra, and then how it went to MK3, the MK4, and how the MK5 went like it wasn't the fans' best. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said no JDM Euro car is fast till you modify them. Only American cars are fast down the drag strip with minimal work. Now on the circuit track, the Euros had it on lock for years until the R32 GTR. He's got a point.
But see, again, fast. If we're referring to fast down the corner, then the American cars are all by themselves, unless you get a crazy top of the line Euro car.
And not only that, I mean, I guess you could say bang for your buck wise.
Sure. Yeah, that's wild. But not for nothing. If you want to look in that realm too, the JDM falls in that realm too.
Yes.
Euros don't at all.
You could get yourself an Evo.
That's what I'm saying.
STI 300 and 300. Shout to Shine. He said the Supra Z and RX-7 were produced to get into Porsche markets. This is true.
But this is what I'm saying. I think JDM cars are fast from the gate. Depends on you really. And again, you got to think about what's fast. What's it competing against?
But not
what's
only
his
that,
own time?
Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
That those 90s JDM cars, we all know about the handshake agreement to make it seem like they were putting out 270.
Yeah, absolutely.
Till you slap a downpipe on a Supra and you see you got 410 horsepower.
This is what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
And let's not forget the Supra was knocking out the ZR1 at the time. Corvette.
Nobody want to hear that.
This is what I'm saying. So the JDM cars are fast. They fast from the gate.
But now, as far as the Euros are concerned, I feel like you do have cars that you can buy Euro spec wise that are great. And like I said, everybody knows I love that 08 M5. That M5 that is to me the pinnacle. Yeah. And I know Marlon is sitting over there like yo wow, because he's like got a lot of problems, boom, boom, boom. And I'm not gonna knock it. It probably does. But a 10 in a sedan,
I ain't hearing nothing about it. I'm with it.
That's probably that's the only one I go like this. I show total respect.
Yeah.
Other than that, all the other cars that get the boot. What are we talking about? I don't care about it. Shout out to Draco. He says, speaking of mechanics, who wears lab coats? Y'all remember Scott of Sebring Racing on Archer Avenue? That's where I got my black Quest from. Damn, he bringing it back. I heard he jerked dudes out their money and engines, but he did right by me. No, kid. Quattro, the unfair advantage. Go watch it and let's have this conversation again.
Oh, the SP?
Yeah, that's SP.
SP gonna ride for the Audis. It's all good though. But
and shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said that V10 M5 was that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was wicked. Son.
Shout to him. That
was wicked. Son.
That is the one that I'm reaching for. If I gotta reach for anything Euro at that time, no, I don't want the M3. No, I don't want no kind of Porsche. I'm good.
Okay, yeah.
Give me that M5. I'm sorry. To me, and the times that I've seen it in almost every aspect. I remember I went to the drag race one time and there was a dude drag racing a blue one with a super sick. The headers and exhaust that he had on there was set up was crazy. And it sounded, I've never heard of BMW.
Like exotic. They sound exotic. Yeah, those are exotic ones.
We've seen videos of them walking down supercars.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's about the only, that's it. That's it, son.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's a fact.
And that's 100%. Why we wanted to bring it up, because you know what? We do have a lot of vehicular treason going around because guys are running around here. A lot of these BMW guys, and we see them, they on Instagram and stuff like that. Yo, I got the fastest BMW. I've been had it since 2008. But yeah, come on, fam. Since 2008. Okay, all right. The fastest BMW, not the fastest street car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I tell you, sometimes I gotta say to myself, man, like, if it had to come down to me, personal choice, and like I said, that's why we put the thing up here, because I would like to see people vote.
Yeah.
JDM or Euro.
Damn, son.
I always felt that Euro had a mystique to it.
They did. Absolutely.
And to me, they still do. When I started really delving into them, it's like things could cost you a lot when they break. That was another thing.
Think about it, man. That's the downfall to them, though.
Yes.
That's ultimately the downfall to it.
Versus if I was to break. I wouldn't even say a Supra, because you break that, you're gonna hurt. Even though it didn't break. And that's another thing too. Longevity, durability. And we talked about this. The JDM legends of the 90s were super built.
Yeah, they were.
They left a lot on the table for you to do a lot of things with them. Shout to Drake. He said rough Porsche. Woo. Shout to Marlon. He said, yeah, I got a stock B58 engine. Just changed pistons and rods. That's a built engine, fam, not a stock one. He got a point. Where I remember magazines, and I'm taking it back right here, y'all. Shout to those who could rock with me. Yo, there was times I picked up Turbo magazine, Super Street magazine, and these guys had 2 JZs and Supras making 950 horsepower, stock bottom end, stock big T66 snail turbo in there, manifolds, everything, and they making almost 1,000 horsepower on a stock bottom end. That's unheard of.
That is crazy. Now that is crazy. But I feel like what I think they really built those cars like that, right? Again, to compete with Porsche, Ferrari, and them. BMW.
Yeah.
They did that. That's why they went over the top.
You don't have a choice.
They went over the top. They said, you know what? Now we gotta go compete. We gotta do that.
You gotta go compete because these do. I'm gonna tell you, they put the world on notice at that time. And that was part of the special that I was watching too. They talked about how at that it was a point, where we was having problems with the gas and we was going through our first little gas thing and people was trying to get away from American cars. Yeah. And they was looking for something that could supplement that at a great price. I ain't gonna front, and that's when the JDMs swooped through. They swooped and finished the market, son. They did. And I feel like outside of your car being fast or whatever, it also is price point, bang for your buck. That's another thing they did. They use smaller displacement engines to put out crazy amount of performance, huh? Think about it. Just really, really think about it. When you think about a 300 ZX, or even before that, the 240s, Datsun. When you think about the RX-7, you think about the GTR that we never got. We was never lucky enough to get a GTR. But when you look at some of these cars, Acura NSX, full aluminum body. Like, I mean, when this is what I'm saying, son. When you think about how they really, really, really worked on these things and how they really, how they built them, you can't really say that. How many Euro companies were doing that for the same price point? That's very true. So first, before we even get into speed, let's talk about price point. What was you getting for 30,000 at that time? Versus JDM for Euro. What was you getting? Son, you wasn't getting no heat from Europe. You was not getting no kind of heat, son. Nah, forget about it. Shout out to Draco. He said dudes be on the belt two-stepping like they built that joint. Come on, home slice. If you broke down right now, all you could do is call a tow truck. That's a fact. Damn, son. That's a fact. Well, you know, but that's just this generation now. Turn key and go. Yeah, you know what? I was looking at something, right? Not to get sidetracked. And that's one of the problems with now, like with this, what's going on now. Like these cars are making too much power, right? For people to just start driving them. Yes. There's no progression in learn. There's no learning curve. There's no like, yo, let me figure out how to handle something a little less powerful. Right. And then I know how to appreciate these more powerful machines. So it's just something I wanted to say. Like, that's definitely a problem right now. The ease of use. I think that when it came down to us, it was a little different. And I could just speak for myself. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. When I first bought my 1988 Honda CRX, it was more sporty than anything I had ever driven. Yeah. Right? But I also knew there was limits. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know how I knew there was limits? Because I know I didn't put no parts on the car. Damn. But I feel like the more that if you buy a car, you build a car, you know what a car is capable of. Yeah. But if you don't buy it and build it, you have no idea what that car is capable of. The next thing you know, at all. You done threw that joint into an intersection at 103 miles an hour, killed 6 people. And now all of a sudden, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is trying to pass speed limiters on every new car that come out after 2027. Damn. Oh, that's news. If y'all forgot, that's what we do too. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in paying attention. He called Street Racer snob. It's hilarious. Shit. Think about Tokyo Extreme Racer 3. He was like, yo, I see you can read the manual. I see you can read the manual. That's real. That's real. But it's true because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the reason we didn't try a lot of that stuff is because we knew our car wasn't built for that. Too much easy power, SI. That's a fact. Shout out to Marlon. He said that's what Copart and AA is. He said that's why Copart and IAA is full of crash Euros, especially BMW. Yeah, 100%. I thought they built their career off of handling. Oh, we got a call. I mean, just because the car can handle it don't mean that people behind it can handle it. It's true. That had nothing to do with that. That was a shot. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Yo, it's your boy Big J, the building.
Yo, Jay, what it is? Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Let us know if y'all can hear Jay. What's popping, Jay? Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, what's going on, guys? I haven't heard y'all in a minute, man.
Yeah, last week was crazy, and the week before that, was crazy too. Even though we did do a show, but we've been around, baby. We've been seeing you, Jay. We've been seeing you, man.
Doing good.
We see you outside. But now, since you're on the phone, we got to ask you a question.
Go for it.
JDM or Euro? Who comes in second in your opinion? Shout to Zoom. He said he can hear you.
Let's go. Okay. I guess now we're going through my personal opinion.
Let's go.
I mean, I'm in JDM. You know, 100%. Now, with that being said, though, I feel like I'm only saying JDM because to me, I think all the good JDM cars were from, I think 2015 and back.
Okay.
But now, here's the thing. Euro cars have definitely stepped their game up a whole lot. I mean, there's just no question about it.
Okay.
Especially if, you are of the New York racing scene. It's kind of a uniform. If, because most guys out here aren't racing the typical Hondas, the Nissans. You're kind of going for the usual BMWs.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of get it because there is an ease of and it's like you were just saying a minute ago. There's an ease of access. That's what it is. It's like you could make what 400 on just a downpipe and exhaust intake in the tune. Great, you're making 400 very fast.
This is true.
That's the thing that's appealing to the younger generation. Because you got to think 400 for us back in our days. That's not to say that. That's like, oh man, you're doing a whole lot. Now it's just like, oh, okay, cool. We can just download 400 horses before the day's over.
So then, if that's the case, right? In your opinion, if that's the case, if you had, let's say we give you about 50,000, which one do you think you would do better with? Do you feel like you would shout to Aaron? He said he can hear you loud and clear.
Let's go.
Do you believe that you would do better JDM or better Euro for 50,000 at that price?
Oh, 50,000. I'm going JDM just because reliability. See, that's the thing. The thing is that, I feel like, don't get me wrong, 50K and you're going Euro, I get it. Mm-hmm. But you also got to think, anyone could buy, take 50K and, pick up a Euro or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just, but will that thing last in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, that's real.
And not for nothing, I think about that every time Marlon really hit it on the head, man. He said, you don't see people who just work on Supras. Like,
yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, if you got a shop where you just work on Supras, you're gonna be out of business. And he's right.
That's real. He ain't bullshit.
He said, for whatever reason, you got a shop that specifically works on BMWs, and they always got work. That's a problem.
They always do. And you know what? Look, you got to think. Even for BMW, man, they know their audience. Like, look, we make the joke about the Mopar crowd and how they know their audience.
Right.
BMW knows what they're doing. They see it.
You know what? You know what though, Jay? I think BMW, right? BMW do know their crowd. They know they're not keeping these cars.
Yeah.
These are the cars they're not gonna keep.
True. They know 100% because what other company do you know is gonna lock away an extra 100 horses? Like, that's insane. That's how. I mean, Mercedes maybe, but even Mercedes, you're doing some work to massage that kind of power.
Factory, absolutely.
Absolutely. Maybe the closest you could get is maybe Audi, but even then, that's just like
Audi's still crazy too. Audi's still crazy too. So factory,
100%. Yeah, but I mean, like BMW crazy though. You got to think like those B58s is probably the greatest things that they've made from BMW. I mean, look, we talk about the S series engine. Their B series engine is just like a whole different level. And then you got to think.
Yeah.
But the fact that you got to think they have to merge with Toyota. And look, I get it, guys. Look, I know you. I get it. It's not JDM. It's not. I mean, it's technically BMW, but you got to think the fact that now you're adding that Toyota reliability and that durability that that Toyota brought out, and now how many B58s are you seeing locked up?
Very accurate. Very.
Yeah, So, that how many of them you're gonna really see like pull to the side saying, "Oh, I blew a motor." Listen, even the invincible JZ motors. I get them, but I mean, people will pop those motors. I mean, you gotta think that's a 30-something-year-old engine now.
So right, and see, this is what I'm saying. When it comes down to Euros, how many of them 30-year-old motors you really messing with?
Exactly.
Damn. There's only one. There's only one now, and even then, shout them all. And they do come with their issues. The V8 M3, the roller rocker arms and things like they have their issues, and that issue always stretches into the M5 as well.
Okay,
but outside of that engine, what else would you rock with?
I'm be honest, man. That B5, S4. That twin turbo joint.
Okay, all right. So you went to Audi now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But hold on, Jay. Just to answer your question before Jay called, you was not getting nothing from Europe under 30,000 or under with performance on it. I just tried to do some work.
You wasn't.
Nah, son.
You
Nah.
wasn't. So what does that say?
It depends on what we're talking about. I mean, you've got 335.
No. We talking about from the 90s.
Oh,
something that was like 30,000 you could get from Europe. That was an hold on. That was a bargain.
Damn.
Nothing, bro.
That was you're probably not, and that's the thing is and that's the thing is that, like I said before, like people, we look at it now as it's that ease of access where, they know 100% like 100% like look, we know these people are just unlocking the ECUs, they're throwing on crazy power. I actually talked about this the other day too.
You know
to
what?
One of my friends.
I gotta say this, man, and shout to Zoom.
Let's go,
he
Zoom.
Said the M54 BMW engine was no joke. He's right.
Mm-hmm.
And shout to SP.
Oh no, they're amazing.
He said, "Hang on here. He said I come with the Audi 2.2 liter 5-cylinder motor, unlimited potential."
Mm.
Oh yeah, unlimited. But then how often are those out there?
Right. I hear you. But at the same time, I gotta say to myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would I prefer that over? And I'm gonna be honest. I'm talking about now, like doing the work.
Okay.
Like when it comes down to doing the work, I feel like JDM cars were straightforward too.
100%.
Compared to Euros. I'll be like, forget like I remember my homeboy Algernon, man. He used to really, really be into the Volkswagens, Audis.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we would drive by his crib over there on Linden. Shout out to Algernon, man. He would have 3 and 4 cars outside, 3 in the driveway. And it's like, I was like, yo, so why do you have so many? He's like, they all need work. And I'm like, well, what's so hard about it? Like, just what he's like, yo, the turbos in the back below the. I was like, oh my God. Like, he used to just really.
Oh, yeah.
The way he
gotta
used
think like,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's that, what kind of, you kind of have to be a different animal to kind of be okay with knowing, yeah, you're yanking the motor to get to the turbo, which then you also got to do the timing.
Forget it.
If you know.
You gotta undo an engine mount. I'm through.
Son, you gotta bang out the job for a week to get right on one of those, son. You can't even go to work.
Yo,
yeah, you taking the bus.
You taking the bus ASAP, son.
The other day, I saw a unicorn. I saw a B5 S4 in a Mola yellow.
Ooh, that's nasty.
On the road, alive. Like,
nasty. I told you, Jay also seen one. I seen one in the silver color when I was out there in Long Island City. Clean joint.
You know why you can say you don't see that? I remember those in the blue.
Oh,
you had the yellow and then you had that blue.
That blue.
But do you remember that they had that I don't know what that was. It was like on the screen, it would show like it was like a digital form of like them squirting
cooling or something like
that. You saw that?
Yeah, I know you talking about. I remember that.
I should wonder what that was, but he's crazy. Pause. But I used to wonder what that was. But I used to always say to myself, right? Everybody like Ox, shout to Ox, because he's big into the Audis too.
Yeah, Volkswagen thing, right?
Volkswagen thing. But shout to Marlon. He asked a question that really made a lot of sense. He said, "Where are they now?"
Exactly. See, that's the thing. Hell, good. That's a better question. In the next, let's say 2030, how many 335s with the N54 are you going to see on the road?
None.
That's going to be. That's gonna be a unicorn.
No, that is gonna be a unicorn. That's a fact, because a lot of times they're gonna be blown up in a garbage can, junkyard, or something like that.
How's this? Either they're gonna be crashed up, they're gonna need massive amounts of work, or the engine is blown because of the burble tune that everybody's putting on there, where the cylinder walls have been caught on fire. Like
they not even understand cylinder walls. They don't understand what's gonna happen soon with those. Like they don't even get it.
Like you gotta think we make fun of. Listen, we laugh at like the 1 and 2 G eclipses. Listen, that's the European 2 G eclipse.
It's just true. I mean, listen, you preaching, man. At the end of the day, and shout to everybody who called up. I see. It looked like Ace called up. Call back if you can once Draco. Once we finish with Jay over here. I will say this right after my extensive look over the automotive community itself.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm talking everywhere that I've ever been.
Yeah.
I can safely say the reason Euro, because I feel like a lot of times I used to feel like Euros was fighting for respect in the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like they used to always be like, oh, I got, Euro this, Euro that. And dudes would be like, and they would go right back over to JDM. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like one of the reasons they was fighting for that kind of respect is because ultimately at the end of the day, everybody knew they wasn't reliable. I'm not saying that most race cars you build is going to be reliable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honda has a little bit of reliability to it. Toyota has a lot of reliability to it. Nissan, they have their issues, but they still have the reliability. But if you overdo it on a BMW, forget it.
I mean,
know what it is though too is the fact that the types of people who okay, I agree with that, but also I'm thinking it's the younger generation at that time that's didn't care about it. Because you got to think, like even for us, like of like the early 2000s or whatnot, BMW didn't appeal to you and me. They were appealing to the older crowd.
Yes.
Like they went for the older crowd. They knew who they want. But here's the thing: BMW knew that crowd was aging out. So hey, let's give them the E92, the M3, a shouty V8. It appealed. It didn't appeal to the Germans as much as it appealed to the Americans.
Yo, shout
out I get what you're saying.
SP said BMW is the Nissan of Germany.
Damn.
Kinda is. You gotta think about it too, man. All over the place. Just saying.
That was hardcore, though.
Yeah, son. That was treason, son. That was a little bit of treason over there, SP.
A little bit of treason, man.
That was treason. That was treason.
But no. But then you also got to think too. Because like for all the Euros, like you have to think, what else is the Euro? What else is Euro? Porsche. I mean, you and I both know that was not. We was never getting into those things. Like we like them, but we can't afford them.
But you know what? Right. And I think that's one of the parts that we talking about. Like even when we talking about fast, we talking about fast. We talking about fast, talking about reliability, durability, and price.
Price point. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Fast, reliable, durable with a good price.
And
you just do not see that in Europe. I'm sorry, even now to this day.
Reason being is because they go overboard on just about everything.
Europe?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Let's try to replace control arm.
This is what I'm saying. Like everything, not for nothing. Just like JDM cars, those things are over-engineered too, though. To be honest,
wait. He said try to replace the control arm.
Yeah, so you're gonna need like 6 hours for that one, son.
Shout to Aaron. He said once his purpose built, I'm with it. This is what I'm like. This is what I'm saying. Like you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your purpose. Let's say Porsche, for instance, right? Jay, you said Porsche, right?
Right.
Yeah, we all know Porsche. They are, to me, top 5.
Okay.
Right? But
yeah,
you talking about a Porsche, you get yourself a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. Put the gun away. You know? But now, what like on the other side of that, on the other side of that, Nissan went out here and built a car that was taking down Lamborghinis. It's very hard.
That's very accurate. That's very, but then again,
they built a car that was taking down Lamborghinis, and I'm not just talking about the 35.
Yeah.
The R34 there's a reason why it's very highly sought after.
Yeah.
So it's just something to think about. I don't know. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Go ahead, Jay.
I mean, you got to think it's forbidden fruit. But now here's the thing, and I think people don't talk about this often, right? So we want to talk about the JDMs being real good with the straight sixes.
Yes.
I'm surprised no one ever talks about the Ford straight six. Have you seen what they do in Australia? Like, the Barra engine is basically Ford's RB. It's the Ford 2JZ.
So here's my thing when it comes down to Australian. That was like, you know how you have like, you have your levels to car stuff. You're like, you know. Yeah. That was in the basement in the corner. And I don't mean that as disrespect. What I mean is it's just so, even though it may be American, most of them are American cars.
Yeah.
It's just so unknown.
Because they know that's not what their crowd want. That's not what the American crowd want when it comes to them to the American cars. What they want is crazy V8. That's
right. They've always, but now you got to think of look what's happening now. Like a good example, like Dodge just giving us the Hurricane engine, which I mean, no one knows about what this engine is about yet. But if you're telling me this thing's making more power than the Scat Pack, I think we should start looking at.
Yo, Jay, thank you.
That's ridiculous. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Jay, because not for nothing, he has a V8. He has a V8
Yes,
in the
he does.
stable.
I do have a V8, but I'm also looking at this how things are changing over time.
Oh.
Like,
Yo, wait a minute.
That's the problem with us right there.
Wait a minute. We don't want to commit no vehicular trees
I'm telling
in here.
you, son.
Shout to SP.
I'm not. Like I said, it sounds wild. It sounds like a hot take. Hear me out. Just hear me out. Like I said, let me go back to the Barra motor. That Barra motor is making crazy power out there in Australia. What's to say that Hurricane engine isn't going to do the same thing?
Listen, Jay, when I talked about the Hurricane engine, SI looked at me like I had 3 heads. Pause. He was looking at me like this. Like, there's no way you can be serious. But I'm telling you, the specs of the engine you have to be impressed with. But on the low, shout to this, Jay. SP said, if you ask me, that GTR is the only Nissan that gets my respect. So much so I don't think it's a Nissan because no other Nissan is like it. I beg to differ.
Wow, I can't. Who said the SP?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
it's not wrong.
No, there's one. There's one that to me, the Pulsar GTI-R.
Man,
I'm not gonna hold you. That Pulsar is a sweet car.
It was called Baby Godzilla.
And that's another, we can't forget, like the R35 came out and it was wilding, but that R34 was serious when it dropped. I think people not realize those Skylines was race cars.
You want my honest opinion? From R32 on.
That's what I'm saying.
R32 on. We talking about R32s was like putting you on notice for real. They won a lot of different championships with that car.
I'm telling you, son. Come on, son. And let's not forget about the SR, the cars that came with the SR20s in it. How we forget about those?
We could go, come on. S15.
Come on, son.
Pulsar GTI-R. Oh, come on. Nissan,
the lunchbox Sentras came with those, right? Wasn't those the Firebirds overseas or something like that?
So here's the thing: the Nissan Sentras did not come with the SR20 DET. They came with the Nissan SR20.
So which ones came with the DET then?
The DET was the Bluebird.
Yeah, that's what it meant. Bluebird. Yeah,
that was actually an Ultima here. Believe it or not.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yes,
the Bluebird was Ultima.
Of that year was an Ultima.
But you know what the thing is also is that this is also Nissan at the time when they had money. Like Nissan with money at the time, just like what you call it? Nissan at the time with money, you can kind of see what they put an SR20 DET in just about anything. Or they put an RB in just about anything. You wanted it in a wagon, cool, you're getting a Segia. You want it in the Skyline, cool. Which one? You want a 2-door or a 4-door?
He got a point.
Yeah.
And so it's funny you say that, right? Because it is getting heated in the comments. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said, what other Toyota outside the Supra was people rocking with? Come on. Marlon said,
they don't shoot up the prices.
Yo, son, it's getting crazy.
Yeah.
He said Marlon said they 8.6.
100%.
And then SP said that Toyota had more performance cars than Nissan. And I don't think so.
I don't know. So I think Toyota.
I think Nissan. I don't know, son.
I think they might have been equal.
Well, let's go through.
I think they might have been equal, son.
You had the GTR Supra,
okay,
right?
Okay.
300ZX
from Toyota. You had you could count the MR2.
Okay, MR2.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I can give you a whole bunch of them that I guarantee you that y'all are gonna go. Oh, all right.
What else you got, Jay?
What else you got from Toyota, Jay?
All right, so Toyota has the Chaser.
That's
the
very
Mark
true.
II.
That's very true.
The Sora.
That's true.
What you call it? Yes, you do have the MR2. Then you also got to talk about some of the
8.6.
Oh man,
you had the 8.6.
You have the 8.6. Which one? To a 2-door or 4-door? You got the 11s.
I mean, you had the Celica, the all-track,
right?
You also had people don't even understand. They also had a Camry all-track too, turbo one.
Absolutely.
What about the Toyota Starlet?
They had the Starlet too, son.
You had the Starlet. Yeah, no, Toyota has way more.
Toyota got a lot of V's.
Wait a minute.
They got a lot of V's, B.
Hold up. Okay. GTR, 300ZX, Pulsar GTR, Stygia, you just said, right?
Okay.
As a wagon, right?
Okay.
240,
Oh.
180.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting around some numbers over here.
Okay.
Now, that's as far as 2-doors are concerned. We're not considering 4.
I mean, you know, if you want to go with 4, there's the Maxima, there's the Zero. What you call it? Yeah, I'm actually counting the Max because the Max is a performance car.
I will say this, however, right? When it comes down to it, you can't do that with BMW.
I feel like with BMW is BMW essentially is, hey, how many doors do you want for this 358 basically?
So if we said right now, we just rifled off 2 companies that really competed with each other, and we didn't even get to Honda, we didn't even get to Mazda, we didn't get to Subaru, we didn't get like.
See, I see where you're going. I feel like with the Euro cars, before you get, let's say for the BMWs, right? Before you get to the M, you have that one underneath that M, which was still a performance-based car, though. Like, for instance, like the 540 E39.
Right. Okay. 5.
Then you had the M5. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like right below the top one, you got a performance deal right there.
That sounds hilarious.
It's the truth.
That is hilarious. And you lucky the sound effects are not working because I would laugh at you right now. Yo, get the one under the performance one.
No, get the one under the super crazy one. You still be all right, though.
But see, I will say that, like I said, it's kind of wild because no other company's doing that. Like, they're not buying, like, let's say, oh, you want the Supra, for example. What's the closest you're getting? The SC300, maybe?
Man,
you know,
right. Maybe. With that being said,
but now you're paying less of tax.
Just true. With that being said, Jay, fill us in, man. What's going on out there in LA, man? Before we move on, what you got going on out there?
Nothing, man. Just living life. Apparently, I was supposed to go to LA till yesterday, but got shut down by another street takeover. Yeah, that's still happening. I don't know why, but it is. Outside of all that, not so much, man. Just
when you coming back, bro? When you coming back to the East?
We'll see. Depending on how. Now, I can't confirm. I cannot confirm this. Depending on how well money is working out, I would like to come back next month. If not, I'm definitely shooting for January.
All right. We going. I know, and I'm Marlon. I can hear Marlon right now. We really want everybody there, but you already know when you come back, you know you gotta holler at us because we setting up a track day with the carts. We're gonna get outside. I just gotta make sure I get the mouth guard because I swear nobody could crash into me and I lose my teeth. So I almost lost my tooth. I was like, yo, I had a concussion. I had to go home, man.
Yo, that's when I was doing them dirty shit on the track too. I remember that day. That was crazy, son.
Yo, this guy is hilarious, B. But who came in first and then second? Me.
Oh man. Anyway, but Jay, we appreciate you, man.
Yo,
you know
Jay.
Appreciate it.
Let us know what it is.
Say, keep on doing what you do best.
Let's go.
Appreciate
and when you come out here, let us know. We're gonna bring you on the show first, and then we're gonna head on out to the track, man. You already 100%. Know what it is.
I appreciate it, man. Of course.
All right. Let's go, Jay. We're gonna get back what you know what to do.
Let's do it.
You know what to do. Listen, everyone, be safe. Keep your foot on the gas.
Oh man, I'm mad I don't got no sound effects. I got one perfect for that. But thank you, Jake. We appreciate you, my dude.
Of course, appreciate you too. Everyone, have a good weekend.
All right, kid.
100% appreciate that.
Later. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention.
Let's go.
We having a little bit of technical difficulties over here. Things are definitely changing, but at the same time, they're gonna be changing for the better at the same time. But I will say this, however. Shout to Zoom for Zoom is right. He said,
okay.
When Toyota was sleeping in the 2000s, Nissan was still in the performance game. He's right. Not too many Toyota.
Nah, you're right. Nissan, I see ankle front. They didn't let up. They kind of didn't let up. He actually has a point with that. Absolutely.
They did not let up. As a matter of fact, the GTR 34 is what, an old 2000, 2001?
It ended in 2001.
I believe they came on late 99, 2000.
98. That's when they started.
Yep, 98. So
they had like a 4-year run. They had like they ended like 2002, just like the Supra champion, this is what I'm saying. Almighty champion.
Almighty. Shout out to my guy Sales. He said, "Good afternoon."
Let's go, Sales.
You ain't got to cut no time today. We here.
That's a fact.
We ain't got to cut no time. But I will say this, however, man.
Okay.
When it comes down to the JDM and the Euros, And the reason we didn't include Americans because we put JDM against America, and it was a slaughter. It really was. And you know what? Not really that we could comment like that. Shout out to my guy, Dangerous Damien. The next time we got to have Damien up here for that because he could really preach on a lot of the unknown American. And not that we don't know them, but it's just when it comes down to certain specs of vehicles, we like people who are really like masters in that field. But I will say Euro and JDM is a very interesting battle because I feel like they both fought for their respect as far as being automotive creators.
See, my thing is, as far as the Euro is concerned, I feel like they really try to give you best of all the worlds. And they might have failed in some areas, like you said, the reliability. The reliability is, first off, is like the unexpected things that can go wrong, the cost of whatever goes wrong. That's what it really means by reliability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they give you crazy luxury behind it, though, because we got people out there who like that. And now the JDM didn't do that. They gave you maybe just enough with a bowed powertrain.
This is true.
That was a speed.
It wasn't going no further than that.
Nah. Again, Euro, they gave you everything. Luxury, powertrain, all that.
It's true.
So I don't know, son.
I think that when it comes down to it, right? When it comes down to it, I believe that JDM, to me, will always hold a special place in my heart. So I can even be a little biased. I'm gonna keep it a buck because it's nothing like seeing a car that you own in a video game.
That's kind of cool.
I can't, friend. As many times as I played Tokyo Extreme Racer, Gran Turismo, the CRX was there. You know what I mean? Like
that's cool.
So that's cool. Like I'm just a little bit more biased towards it, and then the more I started to delve into the other companies like Nissan, Toyota, Mazda, Subaru, the more I started diving into those cars and diving into what went behind the build and the technology, I can't say that Euro grabbed me the same way because because to me the aura of a Euro is that it's very expensive. It's very expensive to own, to fix, to maintain, let alone race. You feel what I'm saying?
He said all the daily stuff is crazy. Right. Now let's go racing.
Let's go racing. You playing yourself. And that's why it's like, so when I see guys like a M Life that are drag racing M3s, even I say to myself, like, man, he's bold. The only people you see doing stuff like this is like those who have shops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With JDM coach, you seen dudes building them in their backyards. I don't know too many backyard BMW builders. And I could be wrong.
I get where you're going.
I could be wrong.
I get where you're going.
You got a lot of backyard American car builders too. You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
Ultimately, even watching Damien was building his engine for his son's car.
Yeah.
And it was just so straightforward. It was like, okay, starter off here. There's no little bolts, wires, things that we have to worry about, sensors, things of that nature. It was working. And I feel like JDM, it gets a little bit more complicated. Euro, it gets like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe that's just me being a little biased, but that's why I wanted to ask the question to you guys. Euro versus JDM. Who's the better?
Damn, who's in second place?
But
I gotta ask you though, and everybody out there too, please give us your answers in the comments or call up, please. What do y'all look for, right? And then we talked about this in prior weeks, right? The aftermarket. I love the aftermarket. I definitely love the aftermarket. But what do you guys out there prefer though? Get it straight out the box and it's a blast? Or you gotta do mad work. And mad work, I could just be referring to like suspension, nothing crazy. You just gotta do something to enjoy it. All right, cool.
Oh, we got a caller.
Let's go.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Yo, glad to see y'all back, huh?
Let's go. Dr. Phil, what's happening?
We had to take a break, Phil. We was all caught up in the Matrix for a little bit. We are back.
Back in action. Let's go.
What's popping, Phil?
Here in the city, staring at people in traffic.
So with that being said, you doing the right thing to answer this question then.
Factory.
JDM versus Euro. And who comes in second to you?
Euro. Actually, who second?
Who comes in second place, like between Euro and JDM?
Oh, JDM comes in second. Ooh. All right, Phil. Let's go. Listen. Let's hear that. Back that up. Why do you say that?
Because Euro gives you the performance you're looking for, the panache you're looking for, and at the same time, you're able to do everything you want. But in terms of,
you was breaking up. You was breaking up, Phil. We didn't really hear you.
Say that one more time.
I said you could take a European car to the racetrack and out to dinner to a fancy restaurant in the same day.
But wait though,
and no one would be any of the wiser.
But wait though, you trying to tell me, right? Wait, you talking about straight out the box, like you just got it the same day? You could go to the track and you could go out to eat. That's what you're saying?
Take an M3 to the racetrack and then go take your wife out to dinner to the fanciest restaurant in New York City, and it will be at home in both places.
Wait though, you could do the same thing with an MK4 Supra though. Woo! You could take one of those out to the quarter and then go pop outside, and everybody be like, what is that? NSX? What happened?
Stop it right there.
Let's go.
Stop it right there.
He's speaking blasphemy over there, Phil.
Phil, how not? Phil, how
I'm about to hit you with the newspaper.
All right,
Stop it right now.
Let's go. How you can't do both? How you can't do both?
Thing with the MK4 Supra. You pull up certain places with certain cars. There's a stigma about it.
No, I'm not talking about one with the crazy 3-inch exhaust out the back, the big tires. I'm talking about a bone stock one.
So you gonna pull up with a bone stock Supra?
Yeah, why not? Are you not referring to a bone stock M3? Are you not referring to a stock M3? Or you referring?
Absolutely. Now, which would you rather be seated in a fancy restaurant? A stock Supra or a stock Supra?
Stock Supra with the jade green target top, baby, 6 all day, every day. It's no way that you tell me you wouldn't rather pull up in that. Come on.
How are you riding? Because the stock Supra came with them little 17-inch wheels.
Clean though, clean.
But they clean though.
People will be looking at you like, man, when's he gonna grow up?
Damn, that's crazy. Jeez.
But you know what though? I will say in the past couple years though, in Shawn's defense, that narrative has really changed. And you know when it has really changed when the guy did the skit from Fast and Furious, he was like, he said, "What are you driving?" He said, "More than you could afford, pal. Toyota Supra." Right. And it was funny. You know what? I know that sounds crazy,
for real.
He was right. Like, the prices of the Supras now is crazy. If you see somebody with a Supra now,
it's exotic. It's an exotic price tag now. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And not for nothing. Side note to that, Euro versus JDM, they was doing it back then.
Yeah, absolutely. And not for nothing, the Supra was going at it. It was going at it.
And not only that Ferrari was the Supra's direct competitor.
It was the F355. That's why.
The more I started, I was
bro.
Did that for a reason. I was like, okay,
come on. Right. So Phil, I don't know. Like, I agree with you to disagree. You can still pull up with a certain JDM, and they be like this. Yo, wow, what is that? Like an NSX. You can't pull up to the quarter and then go out with an NSX.
What you think, Phil?
No.
NSX, sure.
I think Phil's being a little biased here. I don't know.
Look at it. If you look at you, okay, no. We could go car for car.
Okay.
All right. So after NSX and arguably Supra, maybe R34 Skyline.
Maybe.
R34. I'm gonna keep it.
Maybe.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. And that's the thing. That's why this Euro versus JDM thing is funny, because it's definitely time. Because of R34 now, like, it's funny, if we talk about just those two or those three icons, right? Supra, R34, NSX. The prices are so stupendous now that they are in a different category.
Just by price. Price puts them in a different place.
So if you show up with an R34, I'm geeking. Like, oh my God. Right or wrong, Phil? Like, it's like, because we know. So it's like we look at it a little different.
You see, that's the thing, though.
No, see, I think I disagree with the better one. Phil. I think it's passive. We know now. Because I know if I see any one of those cars, first off, they look exotic. They just stand out as like a Lamborghini or something. You're not gonna see a Supra in the crowd and be like, oh nah, it's just a Toyota or whatever. You're like, yo, what is that with the big wing on there? Like, what gold badges on there, chrome ponies? What is that? Oof. Come on, R34. You're like, yo, what is that right there?
I'm talking about everybody.
No, I'm talking about the regular Joe. I'm not talking about enthusiasts like us. I'm talking about
it's not keeping over a Super, Shawn. Stop it.
That's not accurate. That's not accurate, Phil. That's not accurate. Kid.
The average Joe is not keeping over.
So you're trying to tell the average Joe?
So maybe an NSX because it got exotic body lines, and maybe a Skyline because you've never seen it before. But an average Joe sees a Mark IV Supra, and especially you see the Toyota badge on the front.
I think I don't know. I think that's I agree to disagree with you because those cars, they believe it or not, man, they exotic looking. They look exotic. They look like nothing else on the road.
Those cars are legends for us as car enthusiasts. But the average Joe, the average person walking on the block will see that and walk right past. I've seen it happen. You think you don't see?
I don't know. I never seen that happen. I never did. So
I will say this. I will say this, right? So you say pretty much Euro knocks them out the box
because it has a wow factor to it or something like that.
Yeah.
So you trying to tell me an average Joe know what an M3 is?
Bro,
that's a little tough.
Girls that know what an M3 is.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Nah, I did no.
Nah, he's right because you know what? So. You know what? I've seen the reactions of the bark, chicken, bark. We've seen the reactions, and let me tell you, they be like, "Oh, that's a bit."
Sean talking like he been out the game for a while, and you know I understand, but you married and everything.
Nah, not at all, Phil. Not at all.
Nah, the chickens do react to the M3 because
they
not reacting to the M3. They're reacting to the BMW badge, and that's I think where you guys are going. You're thinking also.
Okay. That's what they reacted to.
Yo,
so now you pull up the Mark IV Super with the Toyota badge, the Toyota smiley face on the front. She gonna look at you like, okay.
Yo, shout to my guy Parker. My guy Parker said, "Happy holidays." You already know what it is. And Marlon said the average Joe give me thumbs up when I drive through with the Supra.
Come on.
Zoom for Zoom said, "Nah, ain't no average girl checking for no R34 GTR or Supra." And then Marlon
Zoom is wild. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I don't know, y'all. This is a good one. This is a good one.
First of all, you already know what time it is, bro. When most women see the big thing on the back, like, yo, man, what is this dude? 19? What is he doing with it?
You know what? Okay, you know what though? I gotta count to that. You know why? The bid. First of all, shout to my guy Dory. He said his wife agreed with you.
Okay.
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? If they see a Super or something, she knows, you know what it is. And she's I wouldn't say she's a car person, but she knows cars.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Check this out, Phil. I was driving my Type R the other day. Now everybody know I got a Civic Type R.
Let's go.
What's the main knock on an FK8 Civic Type R? And it looks childish almost.
I guess.
Because it looked like it's to me, I don't think so. But to the average Joe, they see the car with all the effects, the wing. Oh my God, look. So somebody said to me, they was like, "Oh, so you're trying to relive your childhood?" And you know what I said? And you know what I said about that? I said, I wonder if they would say that if they knew what the car was.
I think that'd change.
And it's a good thing I don't drive cars for what people think.
Yeah.
Because if I did, I wouldn't drive a Type R.
So, you know what's funny? That's the reason why they made is a Type R touring model that went to Europe that basically has the SI wing. It has all the aero.
Yes.
But it literally just has the SI wing instead of the Type R wing. It's more under.
Yeah. Because people right. They didn't want to look a certain way. And it's like, I'm different. I'm the bearded one. I don't care. My beard hang all the way down here. And I don't care but it just was funny. Like, I wonder if you would react like that. If you knew what it was. If you knew, and that just goes to show it's like now what if it was a Porsche?
GT3 with the big wing.
We talking GT3 RS. Would you still say that? Like
changes.
Very good.
It's different.
They absolutely would not.
Absolutely would not.
If you don't got the one with the big wing, it's a problem.
Exactly. He's right. But see, this is the problem, Phil. I think this is the problem right here, Better One. I think people are really biased when it comes to this, huh? I think they're extremely biased, bro.
They don't know.
No. I don't think they even care to know. I don't even think they care to know. So.
Yo,
it's crazy.
Yo, Phil. So with that being said, so we got your vote. You're gonna say Euro over JDM. JDM is second.
I'm going Euro.
I respect that. I respect that.
And you know,
you can have again pound for pound. JDM's not met. Japanese not met. JDM's not missing Euro pound for pound. In terms of performance, if we're talking strictly performance stuff, it's just not. Everything from Porsche's catalog basically sold everything that ever came out of Japan.
But we just talking about one car company though.
Like that's what I'm saying.
When you think about JDM, you got the 5-headed monster over there.
It's accurate. But again, though, Phil, for you to go Europe, you gotta spend mad dough to outperform or barely outperform a JDM car.
Not really. That was
I don't know, son.
Yo,
not really. Because if you buy, look at it today. You buy an M340i from BMW, the most ubiquitous performance today that every. You know why everybody buys that car?
Other than his
because
automatic one.
You spend $1,000 on the tune, $400 on some downpipes, and another $500 on the intake, and the car's making 500 wheels. We're making 500 wheel torque and spanking 90% of the practice on the street.
Okay.
Japanese. I'm saying this is take away what Japanese cars have done and can do. But even if you want to look at the old JD, even if you want to look at the old European cars,
yes,
right? Mm-hmm. You look at something like the 20-valve 5-cylinder out of the URS sports in the mid-90s.
Okay.
Those things are absolute tanks. People were doing nothing but throwing giant turbos on them and injecting.
But in order for you,
ridiculous amounts of horsepower.
But
not as much money.
But Dr. Phil, even before you got the car to do work, you had to spend dough on the car first. You had to spend a lot just to get the car.
You think Japanese cars are cheap? Japanese cars ain't cheap.
Japanese cars are cheaper than European cars. They was cheaper than European. You was likely to cop a JDM car and have way more fun out the gate than you grabbing a European car for the same price. No way, son.
That's a fact.
No
Shout
way.
to Dorian. He said, question, what would sell for more, 98 M3 or Super?
Damn.
Woo!
Come
we
on.
already know the answer to that.
Come on. Dr. Phil, you make a valid argument, kid. You definitely do. But I don't know about Europe being first over JDM,
That's a good
man.
question.
I don't know. Son.
Just to answer that question, by the way, the Toyota Supra, by far.
Yeah, by far is selling for crazy amount more than the 98.
Okay, matter of fact, I got that. I flipped that. Since we talking about $40,000 cars. What would sell for more? A 98 Mitsubishi 2000 GT VR4 or a 98 911 C2S.
Oh shit!
Hold on, wait. You said
once you hear the 911, you know that's it. That's
hold on. I didn't even hear it correctly. You said 911. Which one?
A base 911 from a 98 base 911. No, what you can call it. No special, no GT2, no bad boys 911 turn. Not even none of that. A regular 911 C2.
Okay.
So two-wheel drive, 5-speed manual, 5 or 6-speed manual, base 911.
over a clean Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
That's ridiculous, bro. I think that GT VR4 is gonna sell for more, son.
Okay, even better. An Acura NSX against the base 911. Same year, 98.
You're not gonna get a base. You're not gonna get a 98, 99, 911 for 90 grand. That's not happening. It's not happening.
Exactly.
Oh, so that's
the
what
911. The 911 in 98 was 60 grand, and the 911 and the NSX in 98 was 100.
I will say
but
this.
Wait, that was the top of the line Acura though. That was the craziest one you could get at the time, and that was not the craziest Porsche at the time.
That's worth more than the top of the line Acura.
But this is why Zoom for Zoom said what he said. Shout to Zoom. He said Porsche is considered an exotic.
Acura, yeah, that's very accurate. But wait though, no, it is. No, it is. But still, though, Phil, you referring to the base, the bottom of the basement 911.
Yes.
To the top of the line Acura. The top of the line.
That car right now is worth more than an NSX of the same year. You can go back and forth. If you want to talk about values, you can go back and forth. But I'll tell you this right now. You take the most expensive Japanese car, and you take the most expensive European car at the time, and which one is worth more?
Right now?
At any period in time.
I don't know. That's tough because that R34 is upstairs, bro.
We're talking about an R34.
It's upstairs. They go for 400.
Yeah, 350.
No respect with the that's why that's like it's tough. It's tough, Phil. I don't know, kid. I think it's a tough.
I mean, even a good low mileage. Here's the thing, though. I will say this, however, right? Bang for your like
Supers are cracking 200.
Yeah, I mean that's
225.
I don't even think that's not a good comparison because when you start looking at these JDM cars, like the prices that people are willing to pay around the world is crazy.
So I was looking at a GT2 911.
Right. Guess what? They just got to the party. Because dude's been paying ridiculous numbers for European cars for years. Again, this is just going off of work.
He got a point. I mean, okay, so he definitely got a point there. Euros were definitely expensive, but was they
worth the dough? Like, that's what it's like. Are they worth them? At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we just gave a couple cars that we could go to the strip and then we could go out partying in. But were they worth the dough ultimately, though?
And be totally honest, and shout them all, and he's like, how many of them are still around?
God, and that's another famous question. Like, that's another one.
Phil,
right.
I don't know.
How many of them are still around?
There's not. I can't front. We are no longer among the giants.
There ain't that many of you still around.
No, you're right.
You got a point.
At the end of the day, we are no longer around the realm of the giants no more.
Nah, son.
They all of the cars that we consider great are going to cars. And we talk about this all the time. There's going to be a new segment that we're doing actually called Facebook Shame Book Marketplace because it's ridiculous out here.
It's a shame book.
What people are paying for like a JDM Legend or a Euro. It's getting out of control. And I like to just put it on blast. At the same time, right, I will say that when I look at the whole playing field, I believe you see way more JDM cars still around than you do Euro. And I don't know if that has more to do with the quality of build versus durability and how long they last.
Before you need a full rebuild.
Because that's what
Say it again.
He's breaking up.
That's what people are importing.
Yo, you breaking up? Phil?
He said that's what people.
You're seeing a mix of people importing. You're seeing a mix of JDM imports along with what was here.
Okay, so yeah, so if that's the case, we won't bring up a R34.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But even a Supra.
Yeah, you can't bring one of those up then.
No, the Supra, you could bring it up. It was here.
The Supra came in. Bring that up.
The Supra, that Supra, let me tell you, there was and it's funny like how we look at that now, and we're going to talk about this just for a little minute. Yo, the prices of Supras is astonishing to me.
Nah, it's astronomical, son. It's crazy.
Even the MK3.
It's crazy. Even MK3, those are getting banana sandwich.
It's like 20, 30,000 dudes. I'm like, yo, they can't be serious. But they serious.
Dead serious. I'm telling you.
So at least we got Phil's vote.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Is first.
Woo.
JDM is second.
Let's go.
That's gonna be interesting when you come up here. You're gonna have to answer that question, Phil.
You have to answer that one again, baby. That's it.
Doing it.
Let's go.
Yo, Phil.
Let's go.
Good looking for calling up.
Factory.
You know we like the answers, man.
Factory, Phil. We appreciate that. Absolutely.
So let us know what it is, man. Phil, we appreciate you as usual, my brother. Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt.
Give us a good insight. And now, and you know when you hang up, the phone is gonna go off the wall.
Of course.
What is he talking about?
It's
about to get
SB
crazy.
is gonna call up here.
Listen. If I'm, I will leave with this. I will leave with this parting gift, right? Anyone would have anything to say about that? All I gotta say is look at the laptop. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's pretty good. That's good. That's
pretty good.
That's a very good reference.
Nissan and Porsche was going at it for a little while in that Nürburgring.
And on that bombshell,
yeah,
I'll leave that. I'll leave it open for anyone to call and refute that.
All right. You know what, Phil? You got it. We're going to see who calls up. With that being said, man, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Thanks for calling up, man, and giving us an insight, bro. I definitely wasn't expecting that, but I love it. I love the contrast and opinion, as usual. Yo, thanks, man. We appreciate you. You know where to find us, man, and we know where to find you. All right, Phil.
Peace.
All right, peace. That's my guy, man.
Factory,
Yo,
factory.
Shout to Dr. Phil. Yo, just when we be like this, look, Dr. Phil be like, hold up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just find it interesting that, you know, it to me, it's really no competition, but I'm wrong, or at least like people have a good debate.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just feel like the JDM market at that time is so many different ones you could choose from, and they dominated in some of their fields. Look at Rally. Don't get me wrong. Euro has. Oh man, we knew it. As soon as Phil hang up. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Gentlemen, it's Miller time.
Let's go, Miller time.
AKA Miller Time NYC.
Let's do it.
What's going on, Miller? What it is?
Y'all have me cracking up, man. Y'all have me cracking up.
Yo,
y'all are talking like I could afford a Porsche 911.
Nah, don't worry about it, Miller Time. One day you will, baby. It's all good. You got one with your name on it too. Your name is on one. Don't worry.
Miller, I've been working all my life.
Telling you.
And I'm just now looking over the fence. Look like it's one over there in the back.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Shout to Miller. Man. So Miller, in your opinion, right? And like I said, you draw from what you know. From what you've seen. A Euro car, or a Japanese car.
Ooh.
And I know this ain't your thing, because I hear the V8 getting angry the more you talk. He's like, don't be talking about the competition. But in your honest and humble opinion, which one do you think would come in second?
Ooh. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Sounds like a problem.
I mean, because they're both being used internationally anyway, right?
Well, yeah,
for
the
most part. Don't get it twisted though. America never gets the bounded versions of either one.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
Well, now you know what? You just proved my case. If I ever had one.
That's a fact.
Think about it. The United States is putting restrictions on what you can drive here.
Ooh, here we go. We're going into the news. That's it.
So now, to answer your question, I'm going to have to go Euro.
Okay.
Just based on this segment, this conversation right here, with the restrictions that the United States is putting on us, where other countries can still do what they want to do with what they have. Hey,
you got a point.
Hey,
he got a point. That's actually very interesting that you even brought that up because in the middle of all of this, everybody knows that Rally Radio does news, right, Miller? And I think you, in particular, would get a kick out of this little thing that I came across that we didn't really get a chance to talk about because, once we jumped into it, you see what happened with the convo. But I want to get your thoughts on this, okay? So it looks like the National Traffic Safety Bureau again urges car speed limiter tech after fatal crash at triple the speed posted. And we're going to get into it a little bit. Okay. The NTSB mandated to investigate vehicle accidents on behalf of the government. We already know that, they already trying to eye speed, right?
Yes.
In a crash in Las Vegas in 2021, the driver of a Dodge Charger was doing 103 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone, ran a red light and hit a minivan. The impact killed him and his passenger, as well as a family of 7 in the van, and critically injured a woman in a third car. It was the deadliest wreck in Nevada going back 30 years. The Charger driver was later found to have been high on PCP and cocaine. So with that being said, the National Traffic Safety Bureau wants all cars from 2027 and up to have a speed limiter. And not only a speed limiter, if you can't have the limiter, we have to have something that warns you that you're going over the speed for the area. So it's funny that you say what America allows. If they if they put something like this into power, that could be a problem. What's your thought? What's your thoughts on speed control?
Ooh, damn, that's broad, man. I mean, that can go whichever way. Man.
Look, you called about one thing.
I can't even. Play your Jeopardy music.
I tell you what. Whatever's going on in here today, we had no effects. I don't know what's going on, but I will say this. At the end of the day, when it comes to reckless behavior, and I like how they glossed over the fact that he was high on PCP and cocaine.
Because of course that's not the culprit.
Right. The speed is the culprit, not the drugs. I don't understand that.
Right.
It's okay.
Right. But what does a limiter, if you limited him to 55 miles an hour, he still would have did damage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't understand how they want to get around this. But the reason I asked is because I know it was a Dodge muscle car 1. So now they on the challenge of the Charger Hellcat. This is why one of the reasons why they was building up to having these things taken off the road. That's what I think. But in the meantime, what do you think of that? Speed control for the masses. What's your thoughts on that?
I have nothing against that.
Really?
Because not everybody should be behind the wheel of a vehicle. Because if you think about it now, most of the people that love to drive, can't drive because of everything's going on around them already. But the ones that should not be driving are the ones that are causing most of the problems. The ones that don't want to drive, that want to be driven, are the ones that are causing the problem.
So you ready for this? It looks like they want to blame the insurance. They want to blame Dodge. Why is that? They saying the reason that this happened is because Dodge has a muscle car ad that emphasizes speed and encourages drivers to never lift their foot off the gas pedal. She is talking about the Never Lift campaign that they had.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Well, if that's the case, that's like me telling you, yo, Pop, Shawn, y'all gotta change your gimmick. Drop the clutch and hit the gas. Hey, that's what they're saying. They gotta tell you to change your advertisement.
That's a fact.
That's not your intent. That's not your message. Your message is to drive responsibly. Just like everybody else, like Budweiser and Heineken and all of them, they still want you to drink, but they want you to drink responsibly.
And with that being said, they walk right out of any kind of lawsuits.
Absolutely.
How many drunk driving cases? How many? You understand what I'm saying? So I just find it crazy that they said we can't blame the drunk. We're gonna blame the car.
It's crazy. So that doesn't even make sense.
So my
or they'll probably blame the person because of who they are. Remember, if y'all saw the news today, this morning, guess who they were talking about? Tiffany Haddish got into another car accident because she had a DUI.
Yes. And they're gonna. That's like us saying, you know what? It's the car's fault.
Right.
Yo, what do you mean? And she had more than one. So this is why I wanted to bring it up, because these are enablers. They're using these things to actually promote control.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. It ultimately is just another case of we want to control you.
Right.
It's nothing else.
Yeah.
No more, none less.
Yeah. Let's not get the cocaine and PCP out of America. That's too much.
Crazy. We need that money. We need that.
Wait, matter of fact, that's what they want to do is get the JDMs and the Euros out and put some other BS in there.
And bring Teslas out. Oh my God.
No, that is now. Oh, did you see the news? Somebody it was in front of the court that there was a case that they were trying Tesla and Elon Musk was trying to get thrown out, and it was denied by the judge, and the case is going forward because the doggone car was in that mode where it can drive, and the guy was in the passenger seat, and he got involved in the accident or something. I don't know if he died.
Well, I'll tell you what. Accident. I got one for you, Miller. Check this out. While using the driver assist system marked as autopilot in his red Tesla Model 3 on a dark 2019 morning in Delray, Florida, Jeremy Banner took his hands off the wheel and trusted the system to drive for him. It had been pitched to him as a system that could do just that, but the system's sensors missed a tractor trailer crossing both lanes in front of him, and the car ran into it at full speed under the side of the trailer. The roof was ripped off from the car. Banner was instantly killed, and the car continued driving for nearly a minute before it came to stop at a curb. A judge ruled last week that Banner's wife's negligence lawsuit against Tesla can proceed.
That's the one I'm talking about. That's the one.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because, for the most part, we leave the EV thing alone now. It is what it is. People going to do what they want. But this is my problem. You out here, you selling people something that does not work. And if you've noticed, because I pay attention. Mm-hmm. They have been letting Elon Musk off the hook every trip. He has not. All of the autopilot crashes in California. Nah, it's not Tesla's fault.
Yeah, because you got to think about it, though. He knows how to get out of every single pickle that he's going to get into, right? Yep. And two, I think the problem with this system, it works in a perfect situation.
Listen,
right? That's the problem. They want. It's like me going to school and learning everything in theory when you go to college, but everybody's forgetting. Once you leave college, guess what? It's the street that you got to learn.
Literally, though, like they trying to put quote unquote, a perfect system in an imperfect place.
Yes,
it's ridiculous.
And shout to the judge.
And here's another little article that I saw on the internet. I can't remember where I found it, but somebody. They was told that they needed a battery replacement
for $50,000
for a Tesla.
$50,000,
like $25,000.
I heard it was 50.
See, this is what I'm saying. We talked about another one. It was definitely like $20,000. People, this is what I'm saying. This is what they're not going to tell you. They make
which costs more than the doggone vehicle itself.
But you know what?
See. And I remember this because one of our colleagues, right?
Yes.
One of our colleagues, I talked to him about his Tesla because he likes it. He swears by it. He loves it. Mm-hmm. But he was like, yeah, they got two models that they want you to subscribe to. If you don't buy it outright, they got two different modes. One where the self-driving mode will work from the moment you get on the highway to the moment you get off the highway.
Yes.
And then you got the other one where you go straight from your door to your destination's door. Now, the one that you go from door to destination door is like $15,000 flat out, or you're paying a monthly fee. And the other one is a little bit cheaper. But what they also say is, oh, if you buy it, when you decide to trade or sell your car, it adds value to the vehicle.
So you see what I'm saying?
I just dropped my head in shame.
So here's the thing. It's funny that you brought that up because ultimately, this is where that's what they want. So and that was one of the caveats to us asking Euro versus JDM, is that ultimately we may all have our reasons why we think this car is better, or this car is better, or this brand is better, this region is better. But ultimately, the battle is not Euro versus JDM.
Yeah,
it's us versus them. It is
true.
Freaking.
That's really true.
Gas powered versus electric powered versus you doing the job for me versus me doing the job myself. That is where the war is, because that is where we afraid to lose. We need to be afraid to lose.
Ultimately, though,
we need to be afraid to lose. That's why today was definitely gonna have a caveat. We went so far with it, and I love all the answers that everybody was given.
Yep.
Because they are what they are. But at the end of the day, that's where I draw the line. Boop boop.
In your honor, Pop, give me the money.
That's all it is.
That's real.
That's all it is. It's a hustle. And the reason we brought it up, the reason I brought it up like that is just to remind us, there's going to be cars that are better in different places. That's a fact. There's going to be cars that we don't get. But at the end of the day, we just got to remember, keep the competition healthy. And remember that at the end of the day, it's really us versus them. And it's really car guys versus whatever them refrigerators on wheels are supposed to be. Fact. Because you got a lot of dudes out here. And the reason I brought it up is because you got a lot of guys out here. And I'm telling you, I get the DMs. Listen, you need to keep an open mind. And they be dead serious. No open mind here.
Yeah, you know what kills me about this though, Militant? It's like how quickly people are ready to turn. Like these EVs are the truth. Like, yo, nah, man, you bugging bidding one. Now you got to get one. How? Why?
What am I gonna do with that? What am I gonna do with it?
Like, what makes it so cool? First of all, you don't even know how to operate. What makes it so cool? No, not saying you, but just saying people don't even know how to operate.
Yeah.
So what's so cool about it?
You know why? Because people they've conformed.
I think that's the problem. But that's what they're gonna use. They know people is gonna conform. Son. If I can sell you wolf tickets, you gonna buy it.
Yeah,
you gonna buy it. Right. If I give you a good enough pitch, Militant, you gonna cop.
I will say this.
Safety over what?
Woo. Woo. Look.
Safety over innovation, son.
That's it. We trying to move forward, and if you die doing it, I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're a part of the trial.
We salute you.
Word. That's it.
We salute you. Shout to the challenger from 1988 or what was it, 86? Another thing.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, like you said, man. Like we compete, and yes, we do. Shout to Draco. He said the Rally Celica. He said the Z's or Nissan. At the end of the day, these are all cars that we fell in love with. I ain't gonna front. I could say I think JDMs are better. I'm not saying that Euros are bad. I just couldn't afford them. And that's just what it is. Keep it a bucko. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was afraid. I'd be afraid to work on them for that same reason.
See, my problem is when I do decide to cop a Euro, because I will. That ain't gonna be. That'll be the furthest from my primary car. The furthest from it.
Right. But could you say that about a Type R?
Absolutely not. That'd be my first, second, and third.
I'm gonna tell you, as far as driving a Type R, I don't feel like there's no limit to what it could do daily.
I feel like daily work is easy work.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's too easy, in fact.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my baby.
I'm telling you.
I know if my baby could talk to me, it would be like, yo,
give me more.
Next time we going out. Next time we going out, because this 25 mile an hour crap ain't working. Why you keep tackling the brake? Because you know there's a camera. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Let it ride. And let me tell you, everybody got to take a pilgrimage back to automotive Mecca, which is the Dragon's Tail. If you haven't driven the Dragon's Tail, it's very hard to call yourself a car guy. It is one of those kind of things that's going to test you, and you're going to see for yourself, like, yo, car can or cannot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And and remember, we will be going.
Factory.
2024, we're trying to figure out the perfect month, but it's definitely going to be good. Shout out to Jessica Grandy. She said it sounds scary. That's a fact. It could, the Dragon's Tail is definitely,
but it's
cool. Get funky.
Yeah, absolutely.
We didn't witness no accidents, but I've seen them on video, dudes crossing the yellow lines. Here we go, head-on collision. But let's see what you
know. I can give her a small recommendation. If you really want to practice, you can go head up north on the TSP. What's that? It's the State Parkway heading up north.
They
got some grooves
Taconic?
And some dips in it. Yes.
Yeah. We definitely shout to Dr. Phil. Shout to Phil because he gave us some coordinates to a spot that that had to be the greatest road I've ever seen in New York.
That was smooth, and that was definitely a good one.
And then Miller, while we was out there, Porsche 911 GT3 comes by.
GT3 and a Lotus.
And a Lotus comes by. And we can hear them screaming in the mountains.
And then we seen them hitting the turns up there because we was lower down there. So you could see them hitting the S real fast. Like, it was crazy.
That was crazy. Shout to Grandy. It's not, it could be, and it does have mad curves. It is 318 turns and 11.5 miles. Yeah. It is definitely not for the faint.
Nah, it's not.
But it's way more fun than we think.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started, I got my lessons. I got my lessons from this dude, and he took me to a cemetery.
Wow.
And he was like, yeah. So you learn how to turn. You learn how to turn. Because them turns are sharp and narrow.
Wow. He said, yo, learn how to turn from the cemetery. That's true. And them roads are narrow.
Yeah, factory.
They're not made for you to even come through there like crazy. So that he definitely showed you something.
Yes, he did. And now that I have this behemoth, oh yeah. I'm glad that I learned how to drive and try to turn this thing whichever way. Because you got people that just turn all willy-nilly. I'm telling you, man, the craziest thing is when people just run lights like they don't give two craps, yo.
Yeah, that's not
terrible. Two craps. Matter of fact, you know what? Guess what they just put on Pickett and Dosha. They just put a stop all the way sign. No one has recognized it yet.
Oh, you talking about the speed camera over there?
No, not a speed camera, just a regular stop all the way sign. There was never one there until about maybe a month or 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
And people are just blowing through that stop sign. They don't even see it.
Hold on, wait. You trying to tell me it says stop all the way? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
And they just go.
Yeah, they blow right through it because it's used because when you get to Euclid, there's a light, and then Dosha is the next intersection. But if you're not paying attention, you think that it's just a regular speed another intersection you can just go through. But no. They just put that stop sign there. And they are so lucky that the cops are not sitting there because they be grabbing everybody left and right.
That's a
left
fact.
and right.
But they set it up that way. That's what really be pissing me off sometimes. They be setting it up that way. So,
all right, brothers, gentlemen, thank you.
You know what to do.
It's hard to do a rebuttal right after Dr. Phil.
Yeah, right.
Yo, Dr. Phil is right. He I'm telling you, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Factory.
But I will say this, like I said, we when it comes to value, can't devalue a JDM car now.
Nah, son.
Not with the prices.
Nah, kid.
Not with the R34 price, Toyota Super price, R35.
Nissan.
They up there.
There is, and I'm glad, and I gotta take a picture because there is a Super around the corner from me. There's an owner that's there. I gotta take a picture so I can post it up.
Yes,
pretty,
please.
It's pretty.
Yes.
It's pretty.
Yes, we must.
And it looked like, and based on the knowledge that I'm learning now, that's ready to go. It was ready to go yesterday.
I love it.
That's all I'm saying.
I love it. So with that being said, Miller, you know what it is. Holla at us, man. We're gonna finish strong.
Let's go.
Yes, the struggle
The
continues.
struggle continues. Bah!
That's a fact.
All right, Miller. Peace.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Thank you. Y'all be good. Be safe. Take care.
You do the same. Peace. Later.
All right.
Shout to my guy Miller. You already know what it is. I know everybody's like, where the sound effects today?
Factory.
It sounds like we're just talking, but trust me, we got a lot going on over here.
Absolutely.
A lot of things are not doesn't seem to be working right, but
Nah,
we'll do what we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, we normally would play the sound effect for this, but unfortunately we have no audio. So it is Legends of Auto time. What you got for us today, man? How's it looking? First off, what we got?
So this Legends of Auto again for the last couple of weeks have been a little different because we've been getting at a little bit of different angles here on Rally Radio.
Yes.
So for this Legends of Auto, I want to talk a little bit about the legends from the JDM side of things and the Euro side of things.
Yes.
Because again, man, like you said, it's truly not those two really competing. Like you said, it's us versus them. Them meaning those EV refrigerators, those appliances on wheels.
Yes.
That people for some reason are, falling in love with.
Yes. I don't understand.
I couldn't tell you. And you know what? Like you said, man, if those who want to cop, if you're not listening to Rally Radio again, man, that's solely on you.
Right.
Right.
Can't do nothing for you.
Can't do not a thing for you. But here we go though. So first one I got is a 993 turbo Porsche 911.
Yes.
Legends, huh? But again, this is one of those cars you had to spend super money on.
Yes. Got to spend bread.
Spend a lot of money in order to have fun in it.
In order to have fun.
But that also goes back to the question, do you prefer something right out the gate or something you got to modify a little bit first?
So
that's a tough one, son.
You know what's funny? And I had to come to grips with that with my Type R versus the Hellcat.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like the Hellcat came with so much power that I was like, all I could do was just do it. Super legend. All I could do was just add a little bit here and there.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. The Type R has its power numbers.
Legend.
But at the same time, I know there's so much more left that I could do. So which one would I enjoy more? It's a good question, man.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's a very interesting one. See, like that's something you got to think about.
Yeah,
absolutely. So let's move forward now. Here we go to the JDM side of things.
Yes,
1990 Honda NSX, huh?
Legend.
Son, like Phil said, you probably would have spent upwards of 90 back then.
Oh yeah,
that's for the top of the line. Crazy V6 VTEC, aluminum body.
Yes.
Come on, son.
You'd have definitely
exotic.
Yes, exotic. Full exotic. Full exotic.
How can you go wrong with one of these though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So the only way you could go wrong is that the baddest one was the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the only way you could go bad is just that you're getting into your emotions about buying a car that's that old.
But see, this is another part of the legend segment right here. What is too old or what's too high of a price for a legend?
Listen, we talked about this. You already know how I feel. For the most part, when it comes down to a legend, there's
what are you willing not to pay for a legend?
A legend.
I'm not even talking about your favorite legend. I'm just talking about you know that's a legend over there. I got the dough. I'm going. What are you not willing to pay like for the NSX?
For the NSX, I'm not willing to go over 80,000. Not shout to Granny. She said 90K is a lot.
No, that's 100% a lot. But you wouldn't go 90 for a legend like an NSX?
Ah, man.
I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like these conversations be so crazy. It's like, how could you?
80K.
80K.
80K. And I gotta drew him down. Sorry. Listen. Fam. It's a 91.
91.
I gotta downplay it.
But wait though, is that not somehow in some way treason though?
It is treasonous, but at the same time, if I get a good deal out of it, I'll just apologize later. You know what I mean?
That's real.
I'll give my Hail Marys and
let's go. All right, let's move on a little bit. 1998 BMW M3.
Ooh, another legend.
So you know those things was making like 320?
Yeah.
But we didn't get that version over here, of course not. We got like the 280 maybe or something like that. Them was making like 300 plus.
Still an inline six.
Yeah, no, still serious though, but
serious. Sounds great. It was off the hook. did come with the transmission, the clutchless at one point. You know what I mean?
It did. Like you could have got one of these in the automatic. I don't see why would you. Don't see why would you. But
I would never.
But this is still, of course, still definitely one of those legends though. Like the E36s, M3s, man. Again, you still got to pay a lot of money.
That's a fact.
In order to combat with a JDM one.
That's a fact.
Still can't go wrong.
It's a fact. Can't go wrong.
So. Absolutely not. I got another one, JDM legend over here for y'all.
What you got?
How about the Sylvia?
S15 or
S15.
S15 Sylvia. Strawberry headlights. It's a legend.
It is a legend. You know what? You know what? Another thing that JDM cars offer that Europeans don't? You may not got crazy power, but you got a more than capable chassis.
How about this? I'll give you something that a lot of JDM cars offered that Euros did not. The option to upgrade.
I think the option was through the roof. So like there was no limit.
Oh, you don't like the S15 SR20 DET? Let's go RB26 DET.
Full drop-in, easy installation.
Come on, son.
It's like they geared them in a way or manufactured them in a way to be easily upgraded.
Shout to Draco. He said, I shy away from engines that need special tools.
Damn.
Yo, this is interesting. But I will continue on. I will say that is a legend.
I think the way the JDM manufacturers did it, they did it in a way where, like you said, if you want a different engine, no problem here.
Right.
It's more than enough space in there. Make it happen.
More than enough space.
And that's what I think. Again, that's what they differ at. Like, it's crazy. But my last European car though. The Mercedes-Benz 500E.
Woo!
That I ain't gonna front. That is one of my favorite European cars, bro. You know, Porsche had their hand in that one.
Yes.
That and that also had a single Dolo legend of his own.
Yes.
That 500E, son.
You know, when it comes, Benz has a special place for me. At the end of the day,
I have a very, very interesting love-hate relationship with these cars.
Yes.
But this 500E though is one of them that holds a special place, huh? 100%.
Shout to Draco. He said, I know in last place, mother loving Kia Hyundai. He can't stand them joints, son. I ain't mad at him. He can't stand them. Continue on.
But yeah, this is the last legend I'm gonna give y'all for the show. But this 5.0 V8 though, and this W124 chassis, if y'all those who know, crazy, son.
It's crazy. Crazy.
I think at a point in time, again, like in order to get this level of performance, you still just had to pay so much.
Yes.
And then this was a limited production run too. This wasn't like 30,000 made, some crazy like that. Nah, not at all, bro.
You ain't getting away with that.
Not at all. But yeah, this is the last one. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Let's go.
These legends, man, we can't.
Legends of Auto
Factory. Real legends never die. But we gotta always remember too, though. It ain't about us versus these other type of manufacturers. It's us versus these EVs.
It's a fact.
They trying to come through.
That's a fact.
And tell me one EV right now you think is gonna be a legend off the top of your head. Which one? Legend for the longest fire.
Listen,
that's cool.
I got a legendary EV. It's a fridge. It's a deep freezer. I got in my garage that's been there for 30 years, still running. We'll put some wheels on that.
That's what I'm saying. So he said the deep freezer.
Put some batteries in that. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it, man. But with that being said, first off, shout to S.I Shawn for that. Legends of Auto. You know how we get down. We are rounding the end of the show. She said, what? Yeah, that's our dig, man. Those things ain't nothing but appliances, in my opinion. But
100%.
With that being said, we're not even gonna do a hot mods.
Okay.
But today we are gonna do an understeer. This is actually hilarious. In the understeer, Wayne Brady.
Damn, come on down.
Come on down. Wayne Brady got into an accident on the Pacific Coast Highway.
California?
In California.
Yeah.
And he said instead of getting out and talking about it, he went fisticuffs with the guy.
Oh, nah.
Shout to Wayne. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to slap him, sis? Wow, Wayne. He was wilding, kid. He definitely gets the understeer. That to me is hilarious. Listen, man, We don't advocate no kind of violence.
Nah, not at all.
At the end of the day, if you get into something, pull over. We got a caller. We at the end of the show, but we'll take it.
Let's go.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Gentlemen, it's a small world.
Let's go,
and
SP.
It's even smaller.
Mm-hmm.
SP, is that you?
It is. It is me. It is.
He waited to the very end, so this better be good. What do you got for us?
First of all,
JDM.
it's a lot of blaspheming on the radio today. I don't know what that's about.
He said it's a lot of blast.
A lot of blast.
A lot of that going around. Say your prayers tomorrow. I'll say a prayer for y'all tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So listen, Euro or JDM, I guess I know the answer to this, but I got to ask you.
Yeah, so, I mean, y'all already know my answer, but I'm going to say this, all right? I'm a Honda guy at heart.
Okay.
All right?
I would have never guessed that.
I started with Honda. All right? But I did not stay there. That's all I'm going to say.
So why not? That's very interesting. Why not? Because I got to ask. Why didn't you stay with Honda?
Because it was between Honda and Toyota. They build very basic cars. So if you want to know how to work on a car, you can start with that. You know what I'm saying? And even with the variable valve timing,
VTEC, bro.
you know, it's
VTEC.
Yeah.
VVTI.
Or VVTI, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, it's a very good platform to learn how that works. You know what I'm saying? But then it gets more complicated with the Euros, but it's still the same concept, and it gets more technical. You understand?
Okay. Meaning?
But at the end of the day, and I'm talking today because these guys are just talking reckless in the comments. I'm talking about today. It's Euros hands down.
Hold on, wait.
Competition.
I gotta ask you why you say that though. Why is the Euros hands down in today's time? Why is that?
Well, first of all, off the back,
okay,
to get a car stock, I mean off the showroom floor, and you could take it to the track, drag or circuit, Euros is it.
Track, drag, and circuit. Euros are better than JDM. Wow.
Really?
Those are big words.
Yeah, those are real big, bold words, for real.
But I will say this. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
That's a fact.
I love it.
That's a fact. That's why I'm not going to... Okay, carry on. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yes. And I'm really trying to give domestic cars a chance, but they're more, you know, 0 to 100 real quick. That's their lane. They're gonna stay in it. So I'm gonna just let them fly with that. But
wait, though,
everything.
SP, hold on. At what price point are we talking here that you could grab one from the showroom floor, hit the track, circuit, then go to the stinky dinner later on in the night? What's the price point at this?
Without worrying about that clutch.
What about worrying about the clutch, the vanos, your turbos going out, your coolant leaking, your tire popping? What?
No! Don't get it twisted. You're gonna drop.
Like what?
You're gonna drop something if you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't do. You're not gonna do that. You know, with just any car. Like
hold up, shout
any
to
car company.
Hold on. Espiola, he's wild.
Well, I know.
We got I heard the mute button coming. Yo, Jessica Grandy said, "What kind of car is an Alfa Romeo?" She said she knows she spelled it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's actually a Euro car.
Yeah.
It's actually Euro. However, it's another car that does not get the respect it deserves. The brand itself does not get the respect it deserves.
And they should though,
because
they've been in racing for a minute.
And they definitely have a racing pedigree. 100%. Continue on, SP. 100%. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in.
Yes. See, and then there you go. Like there's so much Euros out there that people don't even know about. That, you know, like I would probably the Mini Cooper of today, I'm kind of iffy about, but even still, I'd put it out there, you know, and say that's a good car you could run with. You know what I'm saying? That's a good, like, starter car you could run with. It's the price is not that crazy, but after that, it's like you're gonna have to drop a grip to
Mini
get,
Cooper. I mean,
what happened?
It's funny they used to put K series or B series engines, and they bout it.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Most European cars that about that same size.
I know where you going.
Most European cars of that size, they happen to put a B series engine, and it changes the Lotus Elise, for Christ's sake. They swapped the Type R engine in there and was like, "Oh my God, it's an animal."
Saying. Even a Porsche, maybe 1991 or 1989 Porsche, they dropping K's in them.
Shout to Anthony Allen because he points it out.
That's reckless.
And I won't disagree with that because honestly, more bang for your buck is JDM all the way. But if you're talking getting, everything, if you want to get the works, the whole shebang, it's gonna be euros.
Yeah, that sounded wild.
That vernacular
was
crazy.
Definitely.
He said the whole shebang.
That vernacular was definitely out of this world.
But that was hilarious. But I will say this, right? This is why I love the comparison, but never the hate.
Yeah, factory.
I can never say I hate
absolutely and that's the thing. Like, don't get it twisted, man. I'm an Audi guy through and through.
Yeah,
but and it's not that I dislike BMW. It's that they come a very long way from where they used to be, and I always put that on BMW guys.
Okay. Shout to SP. We're gonna finish strong. We appreciate you. I know you probably was busy. You got the big old mansion crib that we gonna come out and see.
That's the fact. I gotta pull up on him.
We pulling up out there. We're gonna do a show out there. We want to see this 2-car garage that he was just talking about. But SP, we appreciate you all day, every day. Because you know what? At the end of the day, he's like, yo, I'm Euro, and that's that. Shout to Phil. He said that K-Swap 911 is a catastrophe.
I agree. I'm definitely with Dr. Phil on that, but that just goes to show though. We got some Euro, but we put some JDM in it though.
Yo,
that's
but
crazy
you know what though? I was
crazy.
watching Gears and Gasoline, and they actually K-swapped the Mazda RX-7, and I was like, all right. See, for whatever reason, it doesn't resonate.
Nah, kid, it don't. Certain swaps.
But it's certain swaps now. Like I said, we could get into engine swaps all day. We're not going to do that because that's going to be one of our next topics. What engine swaps are worthy and what are not. But neither here nor there. SP, you already know what it is. We appreciate you for calling in, and we appreciate you for tuning in, my brother. You already know what it is. Yeah. Man. We're going to finish this joint strong, and we're going to get up out of here, man. Yo.
No doubt.
My God, and another thing, man, we're gonna have to do something about his phone voice because I thought he was gonna tell us it's a bomb outside. He's like, yo,
that's a fact, right?
Outside, son, it's over. Nah, you my guy, SP. You already know what it is. We're gonna get up with you.
Yeah, I told you, man. Y'all be safe.
All right, peace.
Later.
Oh, that was wild.
SP sounded like the Unabomber for a hot second. He was like, yo, I hear y'all talking reckless about Euro.
That's a fact.
Don't go outside. Damn. Yo, with that
watching your cars, B.
With that being said, we've reached the end of the show. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate you early. You know what it is. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
And if you've been rocking with us for a little minute, we appreciate you. Grandy said his voice is crazy.
Yo, son.
He was sounding crazy for a minute. Shout to SP. He got it together, man. We don't want no problems.
Nah, son, not at all, son.
But with that being said, man, we appreciate everybody who tuned in. Yeah, we was out last week. Won't happen again unless we can control it.
Fact.
You know how that get down, but just sometimes you got to take a break and make sure you see everything is going on.
Absolutely.
But with that being said, you got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
Man, I just want to shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us, man, paying attention, listening, spreading the word. We really appreciate that here on Rally Radio. And you know what, though? Keep it cool, y'all. That's a fact.
Let's go. Keep it cool. You already know what I say. Shout to Jessica Grant.
Let's go.
Shout to Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Shout to SP. Shout to Draco. Shout to Zoom for Zoom.
Let's go.
Shout to Ace. Shout to Jay.
Go.
Shout to everybody who tuned in and paid attention and rocked with us. And you already know what it is.
Fact.
You know where to find us. Oh, man, it's just been one of them days. And let me tell you, this computer's acting out. But we're going to get there. Shout to Reeps. Yo,
Yeah.
Reeps is like, what's up with the GBR meets and everything? We got you.
Yeah, we got you.
It's definitely getting to the point where the weather be like, but we're gonna be out there. In the meantime, we're gonna make sure we set something up. But until all said and done, until next week,
let's go.
We are out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.